Today we will be doing reader. Are you ready with your reader?
Ma'am, wait for a little bit.
Huh? Today we will do reader, and the chapter is nature. Children, can you hear me? Yes, can you hear me?
Yes.
Please answer.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, today we will start with chapter 4, nature of the. This is from reader, children. Okay, introduction. Read the following excerpt from Dr. C.V. Raman's convocation address to the students at the Indian Institute of Technology, Madras, now called Chennai, way back on July 30th, 1966. Over 4 decades later, Dr. Raman's words carry the same relevance for us. Now, children, the first chapter is nature, and we are going to read a convocation address. You know what is the meaning of convocation? Can anyone tell me what is the meaning of convocation?
Ma'am, an assembly of people.
Convocation is when you get the degree. When the college gives you the degree, you go there and get the degree. That is called convocation function. Okay. And Dr. C.V. Raman, who goes to Chennai, now called Chennai. Earlier it was called Madras. Now it is called Chennai. In 1966, on 30th July, he goes to Chennai to attend a convocation. And there he addresses the student. So now it is almost not 60 years, almost 55 years. So the words of Dr. Raman carry the same relevance, same importance for us also. Now, what did he say? Nature and human life. I hope all of you can hear me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Ayush Raj, mute yourself. Ayush Raj, mute yourself. Now, all of you mute yourself until and unless you have to say something, please don't open. Mute yourself, all of you. Ritika, mute yourself. Okay, I will read out this so that you can enjoy, children. I will read it and you can enjoy. Nature and human life. Now, how nature and human life is associated with each other. Just before I came to the convocation, the director was taking me on a joyride through your campus. Now he's telling the students that just before I came to this convocation function, the director of where? The Indian Institute of Technology, that is IIT Madras. He took me on a joyride. That means he took him to show the campus of IIT Chennai. I think I should correctly describe this as a joyride. He said, although he took me, nature and building, both should be there. Nature means trees and all, and building is the infrastructure of the campus. Now, because I always thought that study, examination, books, lectures, and so on are but a little part of man or a woman. Now he said that books and lectures and all these things, examination, are part of education. But I think, who is your real educator? Who gives you more lesson than the book? Can anyone tell me? Who gives you more lessons than the book? Who gives you more knowledge
Teacher.
than the book?
Yes.
Teacher.
Nature. Yes, we learn so many things from nature. We learn discipline from nature. Now the sun, it rises at the same time, it sets at the same time. It does not change. And others that I regard as the greatest feature of the world, nature herself. That means, who is the greatest feature of the world? Nature. She is the supreme artist. Nature is the supreme artist. She creates forms of beauty, loveliness, and color. Unsurpassable, and this has been so from the beginning of the time. Unsurpassable, that means जिसको कोई हरा नहीं सकता है. She is also the inspiration not only to artists, painters, sculptors, engineers, but also to men of science. That means nature has inspired to everyone, not only artists and now artists. Why? Because they start painting. When they see a beautiful scene, they start painting. Poet, he starts composing poem when he sees nature. A writer, he will start writing story related to nature. And like this, not only these people, but even sculptors, engineers, men of science, all are inspired by nature. When I say this, I remember many years ago, I was standing below the pillars of the temple of Luxor. What did I find at the top? The lotus papyrus. These forms of beauty of nature have been the inspiration of all mankind. Now, when he went to see the temple of Luxor, what did he see on top of the pillar? There was a lotus. A lotus was made. You must have seen in old monuments and all, these kind of carvings are there. Now, well, should say that they should also be the inspiration of all these graduates of the year. Even if you are in IIT, you are learning science, you are becoming engineers, but still, nature should inspire you. This is what he says in the convocation address. Usually, technology and industry are associated, I don't say justly, with squalor, dust, ugliness, smoke, and all sorts of abomination. Now he's saying, usually technology, when we think about technology, children, you think about roads being constructed, buildings being made, or some motor parts, a car being made. All these technology is related to all these things. So when you think about this, you think about squalor. Squalor is dirt, ugliness, smoke, all these kind of ugly things are related to technology. You think about motors or the machinery or the construction site. These kinds of things you will always associate. Now that ought not to be so. And he's saying you should not do this. If you are doing it, it is not correct. I think your education is imperfect if you do not realize, my young friend, that life is not merely a question of getting food, clothes, shelter. He's saying it is not correct if you think like that. Man does not live by bread alone. This has been realized from the ancient time. I think that the finest thing in the life are not these, but music, color, flower, beauty, aesthetic sense, the satisfaction derived from those. Now he's saying, Vandana and mute yourself. Ashutosh, mute yourself. Vandana, mute yourself. Vandana, mute yourself. All the sound is coming from your home. Now, he tells the students who have passed out from IIT Chennai that life is not only getting food, clothes, and shelter. That means when you start earning, you will not only think about food, clothes, shelter. You will do job for these things only. But you should also enjoy the finest thing which God has given us in the form of nature. That is music, color, flower, beauty, aesthetic sense, and satisfaction derived from these. Now work with your partner and complete the following statement. Raman is the greatest feature of the world. Can you do it?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Moving through natural scene, enjoying the beauty of nature is nothing less.
Than a joyride.
Then enjoying the nature.
Yes.
Then
Nature is
enjoying the nature.
yes. Nature is the supreme artist because
Ma'am, because we get many things from nature, our basic need is also dependent from nature.
now nature has not only inspired whom all,
Artists, painters, sculptors, and engineers, but math, science.
okay, again, I would remind you, please raise your hand. I will look at you, your hand, and then take your name. Now, next one, technology need not be Ayushi Patel. Shrija,
Harmful.
technology need not be. We should seek inspiration from nature and combine dash with beauty.
Nature with beauty.
Technology need not be ugliness. We should seek inspiration from nature and combine
Technology with
what?
beauty.
Ma'am, combine
Technology with
science with
beauty.
beauty.
Science with beauty. Yes, all are correct. Yes. Now you have visited the following cities or states during your vacation in different years. Now you can see the picture of different um, uh, buildings and all. First one is Taj Mahal of Agra, then Dal Lake of Kashmir, then Pilgrimage Center of Haridwar, Lotus Temple of Delhi, then Sea Beach of Goa, and Royal City Palace of Udaipur. Now all this is given. Recollect memories of your visit and complete the table given below. Now children, this you will do yourself. You have to write in Agra, what place are sightseeing places? What is it famous for? Sites, what sites you can go to? What things are famous? Agra is famous for? Can anyone tell me?
Taj Mahal.
Ma'am, because Shah Jahan built this for
That is the
in the
place.
memory of his of her wife.
Ayushi, that is not being asked. It is, they are asking what things are famous in Agra. Agra is famous for what?
Ma'am,
Taj
You
Mahal.
tourist
will find out.
destination.
Taj Mahal.
And Agra is a major
Taj Mahal.
of its many novel era buildings.
These things, children, you will write in sites and places, but things you will find out. From net, you will find out. You will do this research work. What are these places famous for? What is Delhi famous for? Things. You have to write the things. Like Rajasthan. I'm not taking any place name. Rajasthan is famous for mirror work. Yes?
Yes,
Udaipur
ma'am.
is famous for these kind of things. Kashmir is famous for apples. Is it
Yes,
like
ma'am.
this you have to write.
Yes, ma'am.
This you
Ma'am,
will do for
Agra is
yourself.
famous for ma'am tourist place.
Destination.
What thing is Agra famous for? Agra is
Taj Mahal. Taj Mahal.
eatable. Is
Taj Mahal.
Petha.
Agra is famous for Taj Mahal.
Oh God, you are not understanding. That is a sightseeing place. Taj Mahal
Ma'am,
is sight.
ma'am, Agra is famous for petha.
There are
Famous
Ma'am,
for
Agra is
petha.
famous
because
for
ma'am, there are
petha.
so many Mughal era
Ma'am, Agra is famous for
buildings.
petha.
Yes, now this you will. Now I will start with the poem, The Daffodils. Now daffodils are yellow colored flower. And you will see how beautiful this poem is. You will really enjoy the beauty of in the poem. Yes, I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd. First, children, I would like to read the poem first, and then I will read, so that you can enjoy the whole poem. This way, if I start, you will not be able to connect. So, next stanza. Continuous as the stars that shine and twinkle on the Milky Way, they stretch in never-ending line along the margin of a bay. 10,000 saw I at a glance, tossing their heads in sprightly dance. The waves beside them dance, but they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. A poet could not but be gay in such a jocund.
With the wind, they were fluttering and dancing in the breeze. And then they were so continuous. They were just like the stars in the Milky Way, and along the part of the sea, along the shore, they stretched in a never ending line. And they were along the margin of the bay, and they were a lot in number. There were like thousands of daffodils, uh, mm, so vivid and so vibrant in color. uh, and the waves beside them danced, and they outdid the sparkling waves in glee. Yani ki, ma'am, it was so exciting to watch. It was so beautiful. Cannot be anything but happy and excited and ecstatic in such a beautiful, in such a cheerful company. Uh, he gazed, and then he thought that I have seen this such a beautiful thing, and very happy, and it it sort of dances just like the daffodils do along the breeze, along with the breeze.
Okay, very good. Excellent, Shrija.
Thank you,
Very
ma'am.
nicely you explained the poem. Very good. Excellent. That means you understood the poem. Good. Okay, now I'll explain the poem, The Daffodils. I wandered lonely as a cloud. Now, why has the poet said, I wandered lonely?
Hmm.
Just like sometimes you see during rainy season, you will see the whole sky covered with cloud. When the weather is fine, you will see one or two clouds here and there. So he's saying, I wandered lonely as a cloud, just like one piece of cloud or maybe few pieces of cloud. I was wandering. Wandering means moving around like a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills. This cloud floats on the high sky, floats in the sky over the valley cloud. I was also wandering here and there over the hills and the valleys. I was wandering all around when all at once I saw a crowd. Now here crowd is personification. Why? Because this is not a crowd of people. Crowd, when do you say? When it is a group of people. But here, when all at once I saw a crowd, here the crowd is not the people, but it is the flower. When all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils, a crowd of yellow colored flower. This is what he means to say, that all at once I saw a crowd of golden daffodils. They are golden in color, so golden daffodils. Now, where did he see this crowd? Beside the lake, beneath the trees, fluttering and dancing in the breeze. Now, beside the lake, it is near the lake, and beneath means under the trees. Maybe there must be trees also all around, and it is there because this is children. These daffodils are plants. They are not